So now we have this blank, and this is McNary data. I'm going to change this to be called McNary template.
And what areas can go on this too, the template,
Um, I think
or
you're right. I think it doesn't really matter. Why don't I just call it, I think they're exactly the same,
QREST
right?
template, maybe. Yeah, TEOM
Yeah.
QREST template. Yeah,
TEOM template
yeah.
to, to CREST. All right, so we're going to open up your file. And when you first open it, it looks like this,
Yeah.
and it's hard to even count the columns, honestly. But what we're going to do, the easiest, quickest way is to put your cursor anywhere in here. And sometimes I double click just to make sure I'm in there, and then say Control A for selecting everything, all the headers, even if there's weirdo rows at
Uh,
the bottom, and then Control C. And then all I'm going to do is paste that into this template here in A1. So Command V, and it pastes everything in, but it's all in column A.
right.
But that's fine, because now what happens is the next sheet here called Split Data Import Me has done an array function, and has, first of all, multiplied everything by one. I didn't really realize this, but this, because this is an array function, this is a great and easy way to make everything numbers, even things that CREST or Excel thinks is text.
Uh-huh.
So it has split that all up, and it's tab delimited. And we can see column 9 is the one, our mass concentration that we want. Um, and I'm going to just go to the bottom, control zoom down. We have a lot of, I'm going to zoom up here to see the last, it's at row 270. But if next time we paste in, as long as we don't paste in more than 978, it should all work really well.
Okay.
Um, the only issue is if there's any time where you've got blank rows. So
Right.
if you've got blank rows, and you know you've got blank rows, then we really need to address that. But it doesn't look like you have any blank rows at all. Um, so we're going to compare now. The reference template says month, month, day, day, year, year, year. Let's look at this month, month, day, day, year, year, year. And the
Right.
time is just minute, hour, minute. And then column I is the PM 10, and that's column I or column
Right.
9 here. Okay, great. So this is all set up now. And so now I'm
Okay.
going to go into CREST and manual import on the left. And I select hourly, and I
Modern petrol traffic.
select view, and we look at
Day and
McNary.
103. Yeah.
I'm just going to verify, and you don't have to do this, it should work all the time, but I'm just going to verify date, column 1, it includes 4-digit year, time, column 2, does not include seconds, PM 10 in column 9. Yes, back to import screen. So now I can just paste all the data here. So let me go back to my Excel. And here you do not paste in the headers. If you paste it in the headers, CREST would spit them back out at you.
Okay.
So so because it really needs to know the numbers. So I'm just going to select this whole shebang here by Control Shift right arrow to column 13. We could just go to column 10, but who knows? Maybe in the future you might want the data. I don't know. You could tack on other parameters like filter loading, maybe, if you
Hmm.
wanted to, and we could map those. But at this point, it's just easiest to select the whole thing, then holding the Control Shift keys down, you press the down and yeah, this is sort of what I was afraid of. Okay, so I'm going to wait, I'm going to pause the recording. I just want to try one thing, Crest, to get confused if we accidentally have any of these values. So let me just do like a row and see Command C. I'm going to do a test import here with those values and see what happens. What a champ. What a champ. It works just fine because these other ones here at the bottom, Crest is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to ignore those. But it did successfully import these two. So that is really, really great news because now you don't have to worry so much about like the last row here, you know? So I'm going to show you now than that. Let me just show you if you accidentally import overlapping data, it's perfectly fine because Crest will figure it out and ask you. So I'm just going to import these rows here. And remember, we already imported the two bottom ones. So I'm going to say import data. And here it says, well, you're trying to import 4 rows. There aren't any errors per se, but you've got 2 exact duplicates. And so what Crest says is, do you want to import the 2 new ones? And if you do, then you're going to import over the existing ones. But what's so great and what Doug Timms, our open source code developer, made, because at first it would say, oh, you've got overlapping data. But what if you do want to overwrite it, right? Like what if these imported values are different? So Crest says like, okay, you could import overlapping data, but it's going to be the exact same number. So it's up to you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do it one more time. Let's see, we are recording. Going to do White Mountain, McNary. Okay, so this import template has worked. We don't need to check it.
Okay.
We can run the validation checks if we want. When we set those up in Crest production, we'll want to change those because you do get some high PM10.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just try copying the whole month of data into here and make sure it works. So I'm going to go to the very top and I start here
Yeah.
in cell A3 and I do Control Shift right and holding Control Shift down. Now click the down arrow and it selects a lot of rows through 978 in case you have more than 4 weeks of data. Control C to copy the whole shebang. Go into Crest. Control V to copy it in there. Don't worry about these values and import data. All right. So
Hey.
uh, it says you're trying to import 268 records. Now, keep in mind there's 12 duplicates already, and you might think like, oh no, but you could check here. The existing value and the value in the data set you're trying to import now is exactly the same. So obviously we did these before and it's totally
All right.
fine. And now I'm going to say import data. Boo doo boo doo boo doo boo.
Ooh.
And there it is.
Yay.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. I'm going to email you this thingy.
Okay.
And
Do I have to put it in on a C drive or anything like that?
no, nope.
Uh, can I
Uh,
just leave it in documents?
oh yeah, yeah. It Crest is just through the internet. So there's really nothing on your computer unless you download it from Crest.
Uh-huh.
Um, so stop
Okay. I'll
there.
I'll I'll just use crest.net because after April, I want to put everything in production.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do that together. You want to do it in
Uh,
production now or well
uh,
for
maybe at the end of April,
okay.
if we have another OQAP during the end of April, then uh,
Yeah.
I'll sure go get those data, and then we'll start the production on Chris.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So let me just show you one thing about sending the data to AQS. And
Okay.
Karen knows this too. So uh, the thing that you've got to get set up is, my goodness, why is everything always in the way? Go away, chat. Okay. So let me just show you. Actually, I'm going to go into QREST production and show you how Karen has it set up.
Okay.
So I never have QREST open in, like I use uh, a different web browser for QREST production and QREST test. This is Fort McDowell, and she only sends her PM10 and her ozone data to AQS. So, she just checks off the one she wants. And but what you need to get set up in AQS is over here. So we'll have to set this up for you. And I know you know your AQS user ID. I know the AQS screening group name. And then here, you know how you log into the Exchange Network Services Center?
Right.
You won't have to do that anymore if you want to just use my CDX account. And the good thing is that will never change. So theoretically, even after I pass away, that will
Uh,
work.
you mean like
um,
the exchange network thing?
right, exactly.
Okay.
You do not have to go through the Exchange Network thing, but this is the password. And so, anyway, when you want, we can get that set up in AQS, and when you're ready.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
but for now, I think I highly recommend fooling around in QREST-test
Okay.
because you don't have to worry about having to clean anything up.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty cool.
Wow, man. It's kind of the fogginess is starting to go away. I'm starting to
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Well,
starting to catch it. Yeah.
how everything happens in my mind is first, I think, oh, okay, that looks kind of easy. I think I could get it. And then when I start getting into it, I become totally confused and confuse myself. And then when I finally understand it again, then I really get it. And it
Yeah.
takes like, I don't know, it takes a while. Um, but with the file that I sent you, um, if you paste CSV here,
Yeah.
um, then everything goes away, right? Then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, there's nothing here either. But if you paste it in there, then this array function that splits the text and multiplies everything by one is really, really helpful. And then also because the formats are set up in the same way the QREST import formats are set up, like month, month, day, day, year, 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 year.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it should work pretty well for you.
Okay. I am, and I have a few like the art talk, and then a health forum,
Mm,
and uh, I have a few of them lined up. So I'm kind of excited.
yeah,
Versus,
yeah, good,
yeah.
good.
Uh,
I'm really happy. I mean, the Crest came out of both Tribal Data Toolbox and TurboQuap, right? Because like
yeah.
it's just too much work for one person to do. Like you cannot do all this stuff with just one person.
You're talking about. Well, you're right
So,
because um, right now I'm trying to uh, take care of the quap, but there's another quap that they want. It's called the IRA. It's another quarterly report that I gotta mess with.
oh,
So
the Inflation Reduction
yeah,
Act
yeah,
grant.
yeah, we
Ah,
got some money off
yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Well,
Okay, well, really nice working with you again, and
yeah.
see
Uh,
you soon.
before you leave, can I ask you a quick
Yes,
question?
Of course, anything. I'm here.
Uh,
I don't have any more meetings today,
okay.
so.
I I loaded data into toolbox and uh, accidentally put it into the white river file, and it's supposed to be McNary. Can I
Mm,
overwrite that just to, you know
um,
what I mean?
yeah. Well, what happens when you import overlapping data? It's in the verification table, right?
Yeah.
Um, so what you need to do is delete everything in that verification table and the import table and then import again, right?
Okay.
To remember to like clear out the pipeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could just do it right now in Crest and send it to AQS, whatever. Honestly, I think I could do it in Crest faster. Um, but yeah, it's like clearing out the pipeline. That's what we called it.
I'll take a look at it and then uh thanks again, Melinda.
Sure, sure, sure. Yep, I'll be here. Talk soon and stay warm.
Okay, you too.
Okay,
Stay
bye.
away from the fleas.
Oh my God, yes. Bye.
Bye.